But you knew that Selena Powell thing was going to be a train wreck. There's no way you didn't know.
I felt like I could control it. I didn't get a chance because it got so crazy so quickly. Because remember the second episode, the first episode that I wasn't on, I think I'm getting the order right. It might have been the third episode. But either way, it was like the one I wasn't on. All of a sudden, they have Slim Danger, Chief Keef's baby mama, on there. And she's talking about whatever redacted football player eating her stinky ass, making her not shower for 3 days. Like, it got so crazy so fast. I didn't see that coming. I thought I would have time to mold it.
Yeah. And were you still doing them live at that time?
Yes. I was sitting in the other room for that Slim Danger one, like kind of hearing it in the other room and like being like, oh, this could be a problem.
Do you still have in the back of your mind potentially like a No Jumper, a girls style podcast? Or is that something you just don't really consider? Because I saw Joe Budden do it or try to do it, and I thought it's a big, bold ask. You see your analytics to think that it's going to translate over.
I think it's kind of like the ultimate thing if you could pull it off, because when you think about Call Her Daddy and Barstool, it's like that allowed them to have millions of people coming to their platform basically consistently so they could sell advertising to people that they never would normally be able to sell advertising to, because now they have this big, amazing girl show, you know? And like for us, like if we had Call Her Daddy, our subscriber growth would probably be ridiculous because we'd be bringing in so many people to No Jumper that would never go near it normally. And there's a lot of money to be made from all these different niches and everything like that. But yeah, it's like, how do you do girl content when there's like, you know, it's like the guy audience, like who are the girls that the guys are going to listen to? Like, I feel like it is possible because I feel like we would want to do one where maybe you have like an OnlyFans girl, but then you also have a girl that's like not on that at all. You know, you'd have to, and I feel like you would kind of have to have a guy there. I feel like you would have to have like a bunch of different types of people. You'd have to have a guy there because I don't think guys, like a guy audience, is going to like really gravitate towards an all-girl podcast. I think that the Joe Budden podcast you're talking about, if one of those had Maul on it and one of them had Rory on it, I think that they could have actually been successful. And I think you saw that when like they had Rory as one of the guests on one of the episodes. Boom, they get a lot of views because, you know, like the Joe Budden fans didn't necessarily know who these chicks really were that well. And they, you know, it's like the guys don't listen to podcasts from girls.
Yeah. And I feel like kind of vice versa as well. And I think it's the same thing with rap, too. Like, we're seeing a lot more successful female rappers. But I think a notion that isn't getting talked about enough is certain guys will be like, yeah, you know, these female rappers are hard. But if you ask them, okay, let me see what you've listened to in the past week, very few of it will be female rap.
AD will be, oh, City Girl's hard. Yeah, Meg hard. You look at his fucking music he listens to, he doesn't listen to girls. Like, I mean, it's just not... It's tough to find a girl that like actually like hits the things that guys want to hear a chick rap about. I'm not gonna lie to you, Glorilla hits more of those boxes for me than almost all the other girls we've seen come out in recent memory.
I feel like Doja Cat hits everything.
Yeah, but she's like a pop star, so that's kind of different.
Yeah, but she raps a lot too. I feel like people are a little bit dismissive of her.
Because I don't listen to her catalog, I just hear the singles on the radio, right?
Yeah, no, she can rap well, but I feel like Doja Cat kind of takes a great, because she's one of my favorite artists right now.
But nobody throws her the conversation of like Nicki, Cardi. Like she's not in the queen of hip hop conversation, right?
That's
Even
true.
though she maybe should be at some point.
But I think that's because she doesn't try to push her foot towards it.
Yeah, she's not declaring herself a combatant in this world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like Glorilla because she's not, the emphasis on her is not her appearance. And that's one thing that I feel like female rappers have always had it difficult, is if you're not an attractive female rapper, then you're just not going to succeed. Whereas if you're a male rapper, it doesn't really matter what you look like.
Right.
You can make it.
Yeah, definitely. Like with Glorilla, it's like she's good looking enough that it's not really a conversation that much, you know? Like she's not the super hot chick. No offense, Glorilla, I love you. But it's like people don't talk about her like Meg, where for a while it was like Meg, her big natural ass, her curves. Like people were really kind of infatuated with her at a certain point, you know? Glorilla's not like sexy enough for people to talk about her like that, and she's not like gross. People don't talk about her like they talk about Lizzo.
Yeah, or Chica, for instance. She was a great rapper. I thought she was an excellent rapper.
Right.
But the focus was on her appearance.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like Glorilla, I'm not commenting on her appearance, but I'm just saying it's great that when people talk about Glorilla, they're talking about the music.
Yeah.
When people would talk, like for example, this used to be a huge thing. Everyone was like Georgia Smith. All guys would talk about Georgia Smith, but they would never talk about the music.
Right.
They would just talk about how good looking she is.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what are some good songs? They're like, what songs?
Yeah, we haven't really seen the like really truly unattractive female rapper be able to do it, right? Like, who's the example?
I don't know. I don't want to shit on.
Yeah, right. But meanwhile, there's plenty of dude rappers who are like objectively pretty fucking ugly, and they put on a bunch of nice clothes, and everybody forgets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys can do that.
And the thing
girls
is,
don't
though,
always get to do that.
The thing is, they can't blame it on guys because the majority of female rap listeners are females. So it's the female audience that doesn't want to listen to an, let's say, less than attractive female rapper.
But we know how women listen to rap, and like women tend to be like the most passive consumers of rap. They like catchy songs. They listen to the radio. They're not the ones who are going to dig for the underground artist or really like care that much about lyrics and stuff like that. I mean, hip hop in its entirety doesn't seem to really care about that much.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. Appreciate y'all.